On the last part, we start off in the Saiyan saga. Raditz goes over to Kami House like usual. However, instead of incapacitating Goku and abducting Gohan to force Goku's hand, Raditz instead takes to forcing Goku to submit to him right there and then. However, Goku refused to follow any of Raditz's instructions. Raditz's patience reaches its limit as he charges a ki blast and obliterates Goku right there and then. Everyone else stares on in utter shock after realizing that Goku had just been taken out like that. Gohan, who was at the side and who had witnessed his father's demise, cries out in pure anger as this temporary rage boost allows him to damage Raditz greatly. However, Gohan couldn't continue to hold that power as his body fails him and he faints on the ground. Raditz still decides to abduct Gohan as usual, but this time around takes Gohan to space to wait for Nappa and Vegeta's arrival. After some discussion, it was decided that Goku would train with King Kai for a year like usual. They would then utilize the Dragon Balls first to do a preemptive wish, one that would bring Raditz and Gohan to Kami House automatically a year later, and simultaneously a year later, they would revive Goku once the Dragon Balls are restored. Meanwhile, Raditz takes to training Gohan as they await Nappa and Vegeta's arrival. How will events develop on from here? Well, these are questions we will answer today on Dragon Ball Z. A year quickly passes. Goku, after realizing his strength had grown leaps and bounds, constantly regretted his decision to use the Dragon Balls to bring Raditz and Gohan to Kami House automatically a year later. After all, that meant that Gohan had to suffer with Raditz for a year straight. On the other end, Raditz honestly wasn't really treating Gohan all that badly. Yeah, he despised Kakarot and his weak nature, but he saw Gohan as the continuation of the Saiyan race, and also Gohan was basically their secret weapon to beat Frieza. About a year later, Vegeta and Nappa finally arrived at the planet that Raditz was residing on. As they touch down, Raditz immediately goes to greet them, kneeling on the floor as respect for the Saiyan Prince. However, Gohan refused to do the same as he stubbornly stands there looking at Vegeta and Nappa. Raditz glares at Gohan, but Vegeta simply laughs it off. Vegeta said he wants to see what the little runt was made of and discern whether this trip was actually just a waste of time. If it was, Raditz would face a harsh punishment. Raditz gulps in fear, but he gestures Gohan forward. Vegeta does the same with Nappa, telling Nappa to hold himself back a little. Nappa grins, happy that he gets to use his body a little after that 1 year long nap. However, there was a sudden flash of light as Raditz and Gohan suddenly disappear off the face of that planet. Vegeta and Nappa stare on in confusion, not sure what had just occurred. Meanwhile on Earth, Raditz and Gohan appear at Kami House, with Raditz utterly bewildered how he had ended up back here. And then he saw a ghost. A ghost staring right at him. It was Kakarot. It was here. How was he here? Raditz jumps backwards in fear while Gohan takes the opportunity as he runs towards his father. Goku embraces Gohan tightly as the father and son share a heartfelt reunion. Raditz has no idea what is going on here anymore, but as he looks at all the people around him, he knew that he might not survive this battle. In order to avoid Frieza's detection, he had also destroyed his scouter quite a while back, so there was no way to contact Vegeta and Nappa either. It was do or die. Raditz suddenly smirks. Despite the overwhelming odds, Raditz looked totally confident. It was because he hadn't been slacking off either in the past year. The past year of training had put Raditz at an impressive 7,000 power level. However, Goku tells everyone to back down. he had this under control by himself. Goku steps forward as Raditz laughs at him. Did the low-class weakling really think he got a shot? However, Goku blitzes forward, surprising Raditz with his immense speed. Raditz barely catches the blow. However, Goku's subsequent attacks all manage to bypass Raditz's defense as Goku mercilessly punches Raditz repeatedly. Goku's motivation to grow stronger was through the roof, as he is even stronger than his Canon counterpart, here at a power level of 9000 compared to Canon at 8000. Even a 2000 power level gap is more than enough to make it a one-sided battle. Raditz does get a few jabs in here and there, but they don't really hurt Goku all that much. Raditz decides if he was gonna win this battle, he needed to put his all into one attack and maybe catch Goku off guard, as Raditz charges up a Saturday Crash. However, unfortunately for Raditz, Goku's ki control also surpasses Raditz's own, as Goku charges up a Kamehameha. Goku's Kamehameha easily overwhelms Raditz's Saturday Crash, as Raditz is enveloped by the ki blast. Raditz survived, though not unscattered. He was massively injured. Raditz falls to the ground, energy entirely spent, injuries all over his body. Goku stands above Raditz, prepared to end Raditz's life. However, he was conflicted. Raditz was no longer a threat, and by his normal philosophy, he would simply let Raditz go. However, thinking of all the potential suffering that Raditz had brought to Gohan in this past year steeled Goku's resolve. However, before Goku could put an end to Raditz, Gohan runs forward. Seeing his father's conflicted expression and Gohan's own aversion to violence made Gohan decide his next course of action. Gohan tells his father that it was okay to let Raditz go. After all, Raditz didn't treat him that badly, in all honesty. Goku still looks unsure, but ultimately decides to spare Raditz and let him off the hook. Raditz stays silent, not trusting him to make any own offhanded remarks that would trigger Goku again, as he ponders how to stay alive in this situation. He could register the glares from all the Z fighters, especially from the Namekian he had humiliated a while back. However, unbeknownst to them, Vegeta and Nappa had started making their way over to Earth as well. They figured that the inhabitants on this planet could somehow be responsible for Raditz's mysterious disappearance, since that was the last place Raditz had went in the past year. So, how will things develop on from here? Will Goku be able to stand up to Vegeta and Nappa? And how about Raditz? Well, these are questions we will answer in the next part on Dragon Ball Z.